Have this feeling, haven't felt for so long. Took a hold of me and won't let go. I've been sleeping, caught me off my guard. Cause you're in my space and now I'm so. Pull me towards you and I cannot fight it. My head's underwater, I try to disguise it. Want you to hold me, though we haven't spoken. I need that something to get me to open. You are only a shot away from me to be my everything. Cause you are only a shot away from me to be my everything. You are only a shot away from me to be my everything. Cause you are only a shot away from me to be my
I had to crack it open just a little bit.
Won't let you touch me, won't let you go to my head. Cause I know I'm dealing with the devil. But I'm standing with my heart in your hand. And I'm too deep into win this gamble. Pull me towards you and I cannot fight it. My head's underwater, I try to disguise it. Want you to hold me, though we haven't spoken. I need that something to get me open. Are only a shot away from me to be my everything. Cause you are only a shot away from me to be my everything.
Oh, there we are. Good evening, Nauticals. Oh my
What did I do?
goodness, you kept this in
I
your
have something
ear.
growing on my ear.
Oh my word, he walks
I haven't
around.
I haven't even taken a bath. I gotta lick
That was
myself
kind
clean.
of rude of me, wasn't it?
No, it's okay.
I'm sorry. I should have asked you to politely
You know, it's okay.
to take that off of your ear. I was
I'm
meaning
married.
to
I get
ask.
dressed by somebody else.
I was just that. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm embarrassed. I see Cruising for Food.
You
How
got
are
it
you?
early.
Hello, everybody. Hey, Wanda, Chiquita,
Hey, Two Speed.
Bonita. Hey, sup, Two Speed. I was saying a lot of hellos, so I'm
Just
not going
Days
to
here.
repeat.
Hello.
I'm not going to repeat the hellos, but Anthony's going to repeat the hellos because he
Retro
doesn't
Stars
know.
is in the
Hello,
house.
Retro Stars.
EM74. Hello.
Hello. Oh,
Wow.
how awesome. Good to
Cruising
see
Scene is
everybody
here.
in here. Betsy from Beach
Marsh
Please.
of CME.
Holy cow. Alice Lugo Studios.
Tina and Rick Spencer.
Yo, Eddie and
Crazy Cat
Alice in
Traveler,
the house.
meow.
Wow, meow, Crazy Cat Traveler. I know, we're just like going crazy.
Betsy from Beach Please.
Saying, Nancy, you're looking slender. Well,
Looking good. She
Black
always
works
has.
compliments. It's working hard.
She doesn't
It's
always
so
trust me
hard.
when I say that.
It's so hard to like lose weight on a regular, but water helps.
Lindy Lou.
Lindy Lou and Richard Zellner in the house. Even
Anthony
Rosario.
Simone, the
Hello,
Modigator.
Modigator. Much love to the Mod Squad.
Ivana Rosario is
I
here.
was just saying hello to Ivana.
See the world with Chris. Hey, Chris.
Hi, Chris and Laura. We get to sail with them
I
very
know.
soon.
I was
Less
just
than 20 days
Listening
now.
to him talk about the milking process.
Party on the Seas. Eric from Party on the Seas. Hello. Oh
Yes.
my gosh. Hello to everybody out here. I think, Yeah, walking.
Non-pasteurized milk
helps.
tastes better.
Puppy the cat.
Puppy the
meow,
cat.
woof.
Patty Monk is here.
Patty, so good
Did
to
you say,
see
you
you.
said hi to Wanda?
Beauty and the Bum. Yes,
Really?
I
Larry
did.
is here.
I said hi to Miss Chiquita
Holly
Bonita.
Ayers.
Hello, Holly. Oh, my dear friend Holly.
All the
And
friends are in
Wendy
the
and
house.
Roger Johnston. Did you say hi to Wendy already? I
Hello,
don't think
Wendy.
you did.
I
So,
did.
Jamie from Sharon at Sea.
Jamie.
Jamie and Sharon went on a secret mission cruise to find out again if they give
It wasn't in England, so it wasn't a James
to
Bond
give
thing.
those damn ships a try again. No, they tried Holland America yet again. Bring that closer, baby,
Holland
if you
America.
want to. It seemed like a nice, relaxing cruise.
Isn't that
Let's just
Michigan?
say
Holland, Michigan?
no, Holland.
That's Holland America.
No, you
That's
goofball.
Holland,
Do
Michigan.
you want me to
That's over by
speak
the
a little
ship show.
Dutch to you?
Oh,
CME traveling and Marsha, CME traveling in the house. Hello, you guys. Kevin Brubaker. I'm working on a new intro video. It's going to have elements of the previous and elements of the new. No more masks. I'm going to get rid of the masks. It's time.
Masks are new.
So I'm sorry.
Burn the mask.
I've been working on it, but I haven't gotten that video edited yet. But it's close. It's close. I'm so close.
Kevin Brubaker.
Yes. So I have
Alice.
Kevin as the star of one of the scenes in there. I just can't wait. Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good.
Shauna, hello.
It's Shiwana's creative circle. Yes.
Did I say hi to Robin Allison?
You did not. So hello, Robin. And we've said hello to some of these. Angela, name it check, Kathy L. So this is an interesting topic. Oh, and Julie, hopefully Julie Amos, she's cooking, so she can't follow in the beginning of
what are you
chat.
Cooking, Julie?
I hope she's cooking. She's chopping. She's got dirty fingers or clean fingers.
Okay.
Not dirty fingers. I mean, she's just
hopefully
not dirty fingers.
You know what?
I'm sorry, Julie.
I do that with the working on the car. So
yes, not Julie. No, I'm
especially
sure her fingers are probably just I'm just not even going to talk about Julie and her fingers anymore.
Embarrassed. Number 2.
Oh my gosh.
Twice.
Masters game.
Going,
hello.
folks.
Tony G, 1975.
Joanne Shields is here. Hello.
Oh, see, a lot of people said this.
Yes.
Pre-cruise anxiety hits me all the time. So I thought, there's not going to be like complete remedies out here, but we might as well talk amongst ourselves about what we can do to help that. I have actually, this topic came up strictly a selfish kind of reason. I mean, self-motivated, but I have been struggling
Life is good today. Woo!
With life is good today. Woo! No, I've been struggling with the pre-cruise anxiety, and it's starting to kick in. I think these cruises that we plan and plan and plan and plan. Let's talk. Let's talk about it. Do you get pre-cruise anxiety?
I have anxieties, but not about cruising.
Not about cruising. About your vehicle?
About lots of things.
Lots of different things.
Mostly about work
cruising.
and the vehicle.
I feel like maybe I idolize cruising so much. I don't know. I'm not idolized.
That's a part of it.
But I really, it's so important to me, and I want it to be perfect. And then that together with the and perfectionism is the enemy of anxiety. It is yes. Definitely not a great thing to have. So you kind of have to lay that low and kind of like be okay with however. But you don't want to go the other way and be like completely like, well, this is gonna suck. Not. I don't know how to say that without saying bad words. I'm sorry, but this, you don't want to think this is going. I'm just trying to behave myself without getting myself deep. Hello, cruising scene. But you want to keep your positivity, but you also don't want to have this perfectionist outlook that's going to defeat you. So happy National Kevin Day, says Kevin Brubaker. Kevin, is
it
today
National
your
Kevin
day?
Day? That'd be my brother's birthday too then.
But I do struggle with pre-cruise anxiety because I'm
Richard's
looking.
on there.
I guess I said hi to Richard and
Okay,
Lindy Lou.
okay.
They're
Let me say my highs too.
you can say your
Keep
highs.
going.
Absolutely. As long as you don't interrupt me.
That's
I'm going to keep on talking.
It's so on. It's so on. Cheryl, one deck down. Hello, Wisconsin people.
Hello, Cheryl. I am so psyched for this one. I really am. I think that the pre-cruise anxiety
Cruise.
it's real, and it just seems like what brings it on is as we get closer and closer to the cruise, it just seems like, oh my gosh, now I don't have much time. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Like we've been waiting and waiting and waiting for like over a year and talking about it. And you go ahead, say that.
Robin Allison said, I stress to make sure I have all the needed documents, but I definitely have so much pre-cruise anticipation.
Anticipation is one thing. I think it's kind of nice to have pre-cruise anticipation, like you're looking forward to it. But Eric B, hello. But then, and Matthew just got home from football. Hello, Matthew. So good to see you. Or, well, we're not really seeing you. Well, but good to see your name in the chat.
Anxiety is real.
Q's Cruisers is out there. Hello.
Q's Cruisers.
Yes. Yeah. Wait,
Who's driving?
All right. I'm at what? My girl. I can't show it. It's not showing. There.
You gotta click.
Hey, bestie. Love you.
Don't just bang
love you back. You do it. Okay, give me a kiss. Sorry. Okay.
Can we do one of the
that reminds me of the Gilberts. The Gilberts always end their chats with that. Q's Cruisers, thank you, Cruise Bestie. I love you. You guys, please give some prayers and healing thoughts and prayers to Sarah because she broke her big toe.
I can show you a broken big toe.
Man, no. Get your toe out of there. Thank you so much, Sarah. But yeah, the conversation, this is a topic that a lot of people do struggle with, I think. And it's not uncommon to have this. So I think packing and getting ready has to do with it. Kevin says, I'm trying to not pack right now. We have about 40 days until our cruise. So yeah, 40s. First cruise. No, until
your first cruise.
Our first cruise. No, Kevin.
You've been on a cruise before.
Has been on a cruise until
we're cruising with you.
Cruise.
What do you mean first cruise? Dude, come on. Where are you? Who's got Kevin's account?
Oh my
Who's got Kevin's account?
I don't know, but yes.
Kevin, you better prove to me that you're there by something real, something truly Brubaker.
Sarah is not in a boat. She's in a boot. Yeah, and somebody needs to call her a tow truck. We've been throwing around the dad jokes. Okay, I borrowed that. I totally borrowed that. I think I borrowed that from Darian. We have chats in Marco Polo land. So everybody's wishing Sarah quick healing. I see Sharon from Sharon at Sea also in the house. Derek and Gregory, D&G Explorers. Much love to you guys as well.
We've got to get to the topic.
I know, but I am trying to catch in.
The Odyssey. Hello.
Hello, Paul. CME traveling. I'm trying to catch the chat. This is what my strategy is, and then we got into.
Idea. We'll go with it. We're on.
CME Traveling says anxiety about checking in for embarkation is always for embarkation. So we actually do the pre-check-in, check-in this week. So making sure that
my stress is not about the cruise. Actually, there is an anxiety that I get. I get some stress, not anxiety, but stress, and that is day of cruise getting on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
It's an early morning. Don't do well there. It's a lot of stuff needing to be moved. Haven't done well in the past because of things. Neck should be better now.
Yeah.
So we should be fine with that.
Yeah. At least you're
I
not
can
going
at
to be in
least,
pain.
right. And if I walk a mile, I shouldn't be in as much pain, right? All of the stuff that happens on that cruise
Well,
day
what really
sometimes
helps
is crazy.
you know what, not being, and we said we were going to try to give pointers. So
We were?
I think that not being sleep deprived is a
Mm.
huge thing.
I have a pointer.
Yes. What do you think about not being sleep
I
deprived?
need this one.
It's easier to say and harder for me to do because
What?
usually I have not being sleep deprived as on
Oh.
embarkation day.
I can sleep that day because I
It's
know what's
usually a
coming.
given that I'm going to be sleep deprived because I can't usually sleep the night before. And I know some of you guys are in the same boat.
I mean, did she remember the documents? Did she remember all of her
I
quotes?
have these dreams. Does anybody else have bad, dreams that you have forgotten, that you showed up naked at the cruise terminal
And when
without any documents? I mean, like this is it's a theme with me. But I just have started this anxiety and I don't want to feel this way. So we're going to talk about this. Wait, you got to read her. Don't
I'm
you
an
ignore.
OCD over planner.
This is Crazy Cat Traveler said this.
Overhead console display.
No.
My friends laugh over the fact that I have notebooks. Who has done the hotel and airfare research?
Me. That's right. But when you've done like
Google.
so much research, then you're kind of afraid for all of that research and that time and effort to go to waste. And for what happens if it doesn't work out, or what happens if you forget it, or all of that, right? So I
do have some strategies.
You got all the what ifs, but yes, Carnival Cruise Addict says you got to capture the moment. That's what their comment is. I have to go on a cruise before I worry about anxiety, says Richard Zellner. I love that, Richard. Oh, come along with us. I'm trying. Robin says, I stress to make sure I have all the needed documents, but I definitely have. I think we've caught up.
We did. You're already back.
Cruise anxiety.
3/4 of the way up the road.
Yes. Yes, and Julie is making spaghetti and chili. Yum,
Oh,
yum.
yum. Together, like
nice.
blended? That would be good.
That might not be bad,
That's
actually.
a good idea.
Oh,
okay, let's go back.
All right. I know
get to
that
the recent
people
comment.
with allergies may kind of get worried, or special eating
spaghetti?
habits. No, people with eating allergies
With Mexico?
may get worried about cruise food too. Cruising for Food says, I don't get anxiety about cruising. I just get super excited.
Yeah,
I am always super
borderline.
relaxed, extra relaxed on
There's
a cruise
two
ship.
things that go on.
Extra relaxed.
There's two things that go on. Miss Nancy here has this problem with separation anxiety from the room that we are staying in. So she wants to get every last bit out, but yet she wants to be over in the cruise port terminal at 6:30 a.m.
Well, I want to get there as soon as possible.
So I can't get her out of the room, but we have to get out too early. So there's this like clash of things that are going on.
Out of the hotel room?
Yes.
I am pretty good about getting out of the hotel room. I just want to have my makeup. You don't give me time to do my makeup.
Don't take offense at tonight.
Oh, I'm no, not really. We're not fighting about
Kevin
it.
Brubaker's side to side. It's their first side to side.
Oh, first side to side. That's
first of the side to side.
Of the two.
Yes.
Oh, I love everybody giving love to Q's Cruisers. Poor Sarah had a run-in with a piece of furniture, and the furniture won that one. That's for sure.
Can't fight the sofa because the sofa wins.
Kathy L says, I have pre-cruise anxiety all the time. My husband doesn't understand why I do. I really, truly believe you just want that vacation. You've been looking forward to it for so long, and you want it to go well. And I don't know, and it just, sometimes I think for me, it just is coming on so fast. Like literally, I think I just realized that 2 weeks from tomorrow is our travel day. that is coming up really, really fast.
So let's talk about pre-cruise anxiety, day of cruise anxiety, and then we can get into other forms of anxiety with that.
Well, look at Betsy from Beach Please as being all prepared. She just got all my costumes on to make sure they're
I have
ready
mine
and
on right now.
perfect. So, what are you gonna be? The the zombie? No.
It's all in the face.
Oh my
They
gosh.
come built in.
Oh, hey Laura Ellen. I get anxiety on travel day, says D&G Explorers. Like when we fly out, getting to the airport, we have been delayed many a times, actually on flights as well. And that can lead to some
Yes,
anxiety.
that actually can cause stress.
That can
Stress and anxiety are
not-
kind of a
they're
different
like
thing.
they're like cousins. They're like kissing cousins or something. And they have
Sisters.
I don't know. And they had a stepchild, bastard stepchild. That is depression. when you miss your ship. No. Sorry,
What are
I'm
you
being
talking
really
about?
naughty tonight. What is going on?
It's a naughty
But
Nancy.
G Explorer says, I get anxiety on travel day. When we fly out, getting to the airport, or if I drive to the cruise port, I'm not a good backseat driver. But Derek and Gregory, they have had terrible luggage delays, not been, and been very, very flexible. That at least you guys have seen, like you have been really, really flexible with the difficulties that you've had. They've had, if you watch some of their vlogs with their not getting their luggage till their embarkation day, when they flew in the day before, that's just nuts. But they were cool, calm, and collected, went back to the airport, collected their bags. It just, they've been amazing.
So let's do a little therapy here. So do you think that the anxiety comes on because of fear of missing out, FOMO? The anxiety come on because fear of not having what you want to have with you?
Yes.
Fear of people rejecting you?
No, maybe not really. I don't
Okay.
know. Not really. I don't
Okay.
think so.
Yeah, but see, these are the things. So answer the comments. I mean,
Yeah,
talk about that.
cruising is kind of like a social kind of a
Yeah,
thing.
it is.
And yeah, you guys in the chat, please answer what you think. I have anxiety that I'm going to be disorganized and cluttered and last minute, which I am usually disorganized, cluttered, and last minute. And so now I start ramping up that it's going to be that way, because packing is a big ordeal to me. I stress it a lot. It's very
She started
stressful.
it yesterday.
No. But well, if you pack too soon, for me, if I pack too soon, I don't remember where I put in where I have it, and then it drives me crazy because I don't chew your ice on live. This is my time to nag, Anthony. This helps get my stress out, But let's see what some of you guys say here. Pre-cruise stresses me out, says Julie, because Matthew waits until the last second to give me his clothes. So, it's that last second that will be stressful. So I don't want it to get too last second. What does Wendy say?
Roger does our paperwork, and I make sure we have the other details, and neither of us gets anxious. I guess we're lucky. So that's good.
You guys are like roll with the flow kind of travelers. That's excellent. I do think that it's supposed to get easier the more you travel, but I have traveled a lot and I still get anxious. I don't know. I think that the packing has become too big of a deal in my mind. I think I'm my worst enemy in that regard. But
I think
paperwork
perfection
has
is our
gotten
enemy.
much. Yeah.
Perfection is our enemy.
Daniel and Nancy Fields, hello. Yeah, perfection is the thing that you have to watch out for sure.
The reality is this. In today's society, for the most of us, as long as, depending on where you're at.
As long as you have about this too.
Right.
Okay, well, that's a whole nother bit.
So the reality is that sometimes it's fun to kind of roll with the punches to see what happens and comes up.
There is that element of adventure.
It's an adventure,
adventurism,
right?
yeah.
And you have to keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
When you're wanting everything to be just perfect, to be exactly the way it is, inevitably it does not happen. Inevitably, it does not. And then some,
Indubitably.
yes. And then your significant other may hear about that and how
Over and over again. No.
how they should have done something to help out with the planning.
Oh.
Right?
Wow.
No, hang on.
I sound really bad.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm doing it the other way too. Right?
Okay. All right.
Because the reality is that once we get on the cruise, for me, my anxiety actually can heighten when I'm on the cruise, not because of everything else
mine
going
goes
around,
down. That's
because
interesting.
because there's all those other responsibilities that come up, especially with owning your own business,
Yeah.
right? Things don't go perfectly.
Everything fails when you're on a cruise.
Indubitably,
Everything.
it will just fail on the cruise.
Not every cruise, though. Not every cruise.
Not every cruise.
Not every cruise.
And the problem I've had is I've been working on far too many cruises. I haven't had really recently time to just relax on the cruise. And I've got to do that. So for those of you that are on the cruise, just know I'm going to do that.
We're getting behind on this chat. Holy
Well, of
moly.
course we are.
Okay, Kevin says, I print up a page that says every part of our itinerary. Look at that organization. Kevin, oh my goodness, you're so organized. Put one of each of our bags, put it in one of each of our bags. So if they get misplaced or lost in the airport, they might have a chance to get them to us. Oh, wow. Now, I do think that what helps me for the packing kind of conundrum is having a list and just going through the
She does
list.
like
That
her
works
list.
for me. That
Yes.
helps me tremendously.
For
Anybody
me,
else
it's
use
just
a
the
list?
credit card and the wallet.
Let's see. We're not too far behind. Look at start packing your 15 suitcases now. Yeah, Sarah knows me well.
Julie Anna says she has
Yeah.
folders for every trip. You used to have those.
We do. I bring a folder. I don't bring a 3-ring binder anymore. I just bring a folder. This one actually, the cruise, we don't have excursions per se, so we're going to really just be much more flexible in the ports. So that's all right.
Wendy Johnson says, I researched so much.
So no. She doesn't say that. She researches so much. That's how that. No.
So the idea though is that, you know, when you research, and that's a good thing, Wendy, because what you're doing is that you're squeezing every last bit of enjoyment out of
Yes,
it.
do it.
Because research
Get
for
it.
some people really
Get it
like that.
all.
But you have to be willing to say, okay, I researched so much. Now I'm knowledgeable enough to go with the punches, go with the flow of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Instead of
you-
having to try to fit
yeah.
everything out. That's that FOMO that we talked
It's
about.
a mind game.
Right?
You know, it is.
Yeah. I want to be at every one of the parties. I want to be at the main dining room and the specialty restaurants simultaneously while watching us leave port as we're videotaping everything so that we can get a perfect set of it.
So we can share it with the family. Joanne says, our last cruise, we weren't even sure if we were going to get to Greenland or the Bahamas. We did make it to Greenland, but the unknown was tough. Yes,
It always is.
And there's been, you know what? I think we have had Heidi Luskin is one of our nautical family, and she was on board the cruise that didn't get to Greenland.
Yeah.
I don't believe that they did get to Greenland. So yeah, Crazy Cat Traveler said, airlines give me anxieties, terrified. One of these days I'm going to be the one with missing luggage or flights. And then you roll with it. You really do. You know, stress boy, having enough money. Oh, he stresses having enough money before going
That's
on a
a good
cruise,
point.
right?
Especially if
with
you
the
do gambling and stuff and making
Yeah.
sure you're
Make
set
sure
up
that even just to even take the cruise, you know,
Right.
to pay the cruise off.
Right.
And then you do have expenses along the way, not like gambling, like
having a bit of an emergency fund set
what
aside
you're
is
going
good.
to do, how you're going to get to port, to and from port. We have cruised with a person who did not know how they were going to get to port, get out from port to the airport. They had the flight bought and the cruise was bought, but all the other
details weren't there.
expenditures
And that's a difficult
didn't
thing.
have that.
Right.
Didn't have hotel booked. It was hard for them. And money is a stressor. It's something that, but that's not something that I'm getting anxious about as much. I think it's one of those details you have to make sure that you have when you are cruising. Alan with a Y, good to see you.
Good to
Hello,
see you.
hello.
Daniel Field is in the house.
Let's see.
Hello.
Bill wants to know about a cheap hotel in New York City. Well, we did an Airbnb in New York City, and you can get them, even though people say they're illegal. They're not illegal.
No.
You can find them, and they're not illegal.
Yeah,
So
they're regulated.
I'm like Chris. I have anxiety until I get on the ship. I have some anxiety until I unpack, and then I feel a huge relief when I unpack. Well, and after I've made my Jell-O shots. Let's just face that. After Sarah has been my sous chef and we get the Jell-O shots underway. Yeah, 6:30 a.m. Oh, heck no. Come on, Sarah. We're getting to the cruise port early. I'm gonna crack me a little White Claw here. So
Yes.
Nancy has problems? What? Wanda.
Portia, hello.
Hi, Portia. So good to see
Portia.
you.
Sorry.
I
I keep saying Portia because
think
that's an old
mm.
time spelling. I remember.
I
that.
like that name. I really
It is. It's
like
very
it.
good.
No worries about makeup. I rarely wear.
I'm right
any.
there with you, Lindy Lou.
Mhm.
Makeup, just don't need it.
Okay, so Sarah said the only anxiety I have is the flight. So you don't get like the pre-cruise, like I don't know, the pre-cruise, can't sleep the night before, all of that. I totally get that way. I do. Let's see. Richard said I would have more anxiety about the airline than the cruise. I'm not anxious about actually taking the cruise. I'm anxious about being prepared for it. I'm not anxious as much about missing ports or what might happen. Like, I'm kind of oblivious to all of those concerns. I don't know. Do you have anxieties about the what ifs, like what could happen on the cruise ship? I
Not much.
don't really. I guess that kind of goes hand in hand with the adventure of travel. So if you're going to travel, you take on certain risks. I guess that's part of it to me, but it's not like terrible about, but I think that for some people being on the ship might be anxiety provoking.
Yeah, see, Kathy, I said some of this is in my area too. Some of my anxiety is what I worry my dog, is worry how my dog will be while I'm gone. Besides worrying I packed everything. Sorry, I wasn't reading it very well.
Kathy, you said that, you wrote that extremely well, and
you
don't know.
And
Anthony all of a sudden
butchered it.
had a stutter.
All right. So
anxiety about pets.
But it's just the stuff that you're leaving behind, right? It's the stuff that needs to happen, stuff that is taking place, and just kind of allowing stuff to just not work. In some cases, you can't do that.
Being okay with trying to be flexible.
Right.
In some cases, you can't do that. And then you have to have other plans.
Right.
Maybe, and talk about it, and you live and learn. Like we had to, for our business, Anthony, we were at a port, and Anthony, we've had this a couple of times where we've had excursions, and he would have been better if he would have just canceled the excursion. If I would have just,
we just talked about that.
If I would have just let him not cancel the excursion, but it's really hard to make that call at the time because that's disappointing, you know, but we are trying to get better. I'm trying to get better at letting him take care of business so that business can keep up and running and maybe take some of the stress off both of us. Because if we're doing a walking tour in, where was that? That was the Western, that was when we returned from Hawaii and we went to
that was hard too.
Mexico, and
you
were on the phone the entire time we were on this walking tour, and it wasn't very good. It was
yelling at somebody the whole time.
But it was very, very hard to take because then it wasn't very pleasant. When we were eating and he was on this conversation on the phone, as we were trying to eat, and I was like, oh my word. So there's a time
It would
and
have been
place.
better had I stayed on the ship, and we've talked about that now.
It's hard to make that call though. When do
Right.
you make that
I'm
call?
gonna just make it right away because we can't on both of those
Yeah.
we knew right away.
I think that you just have to
it started in the
assume
morning.
the worst
Yeah.
and think that
Yeah.
I think that
When the
we're
guests in our house wake up and the
Mhm.
sewage is backing up through the house, and then I'm trying to get a hold of somebody and can't get through because they have an 800 number that doesn't work from an international port, and you can't get through to that.
yeah.
And then they
That's
won't let
been
you into
some.
the account because you don't get a text message. So,
Yes, that's been things that Anthony has had to deal with and we have had to flex with. But we are working on trying to figure out a realistic plan if that happens. So Kathy L, yeah, with the pets, definitely. Oh my gosh, Julie said 3 weeks ago I broke 5 bones in my toes and foot
Where is
tripping. Julie,
I know. Oh,
right there,
okay.
here.
else
Oh man, Julie. I think that we had read that a while ago, but
Carl's here.
CMPJ, hello.
Hello.
When you swim out to meet the ship, you're trying to board too early, says Carl. And Lindy Lou has anxiety every day. And a lot of people, a lot of
That's an
us
issue.
do have issues with anxiety. Okay, Kevin's solution is an interesting one. Go ahead, read it. Do you want to read his comment?
Sure, I'll see if I can butcher
Okay.
this one too. You know what helps with the anxiety? Alcohol. The day of the trip, we do the airline lounge and we have a couple of drinks and snacks, then a couple on the plane, then more at the airport.
Not too much because they will not let you
They
fly.
won't let you fly if you're
you
drunk now.
are drunk if you're overtly drunk on a plane. They will kick you off, and we have seen people get
Yes.
kicked off of flights, not
Yes.
even allowed to board because we've had somebody who is saying how drunk they are, shouting, I'm
Paula.
so drunk, I'm wasted, I've had, and they're being so loud about it. And guess what? They didn't
Hey,
get
Will
on.
G.
They did not get on. Hey, Will G. But if you're gonna be drinking, just be a quiet drunk. Don't bother everybody else around you. Don't be sick. Travel adventures with Eric B loves cruise travel day. Get so excited before travel. Oftentimes I don't sleep at all or very little. That's me because I get so excited. Also, last minuteness. I have to get better with the last minuteness.
Hello.
The naughty stepchild. Oh my gosh. Oh, Matthew's laughing. Oh man. My comments. That was, I think, me getting in trouble. Big G and Snuggles
Hello.
from way across the sea.
Down
Hello.
south New Zealand.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Kiwis.
So good to see you guys.
Hope you young kids are living the dream. Only
Oh.
anxiety. Big G is
That
not
Big
meeting.
G is not meeting awesome cruisers.
Yeah, that's it, right?
When
Big
we
G?
got to meet you guys, I could not believe
Yes.
that you were there and we got to meet you in real life at that cruise terminal before our cruise.
Yeah.
That was a great time. That was a fun time. That was the Vloggers Extravaganza cruise.
Yeah.
So helpful. We're going to maybe, I'm going to maybe meet with some friends. I think you might too. Take a few shots before our cruise. So it'll be morning shots at the parking terminal before we cruise. So this is all in the plans.
As long as I'm not
We'll
driving
see how
that
this
day
works. Nope, we're
we're
not
good.
driving.
or
It's
walking
enough.
2 miles to the port.
Parking, So yeah, you know what? Joanne has a fear of not having control over everything. Nurse here. Us nurses do like control, and we like our answers from the doctors very quickly. Like if my doctor isn't answering me, it's not good. No one rejects Wanda.
Can't.
No one puts baby in
doesn't
the
let you.
corner. Okay, if you drive 2 days before the cruise, it cuts down on anxiety.
Well, that's a good point.
We are going to actually be close by. We are, for this upcoming cruise that's in 19 or 18 days from today.
No.
What, the cruise countdown?
Yes.
It really is that.
No.
Yeah,
No.
it is. Honey, no, that's making me aces. But no, we're gonna be down there a couple of days, down in Florida a couple of days early, and then close to the cruise terminal the day before actually. So it'll be a lot of fun. So arrive, not drive, says
Yeah.
Wendy.
Cheryl, one deck down, my anxiety
Mm.
stops once I get to my pre-cruise hotel. That's when I get excited. Yeah, I get really excited too. It's just that last bit of getting onto the ship, because the last few that we've had have been family, and there's just been a lot of
There's
luggage
been having
and-
more drama adds to it too. You want to make sure your family's being taken care of. Dina is asking, what ship are you going on and where? So we're going to be taking the Carnival Celebration to
Big Chicken 2.
out of Miami. We're going to Puerto Rico, Amber Cove in the Dominican Republic, and St. Thomas. And we've never been to St. Thomas. And you're passing chat that I need to say hello to Julian Button. Hello, How We Cruise family. So good to see you. Did you say hello to that?
No, I saw him earlier, but
You ignoring them?
no, I'm not.
I'm so sorry. That's so rude of Anthony.
Don't do that.
Wait, we got comments. Oh, no.
I make a list of what I need to take.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. And D&G says, for me, it's getting to the airport. Yeah, they closed
20
the
minutes behind.
freeway. We got to get down here. Oh my gosh. Okay, we've talked about just pre-cruise anxiety and what we can do to kind of weather that
Now,
storm.
there is some anxiety on the ship that occurs.
Sometimes.
Right? Especially around the port, being able to get back to the ship in time.
Anthony, yeah, he sweats that more than I do.
Getting back to the ship on time
I
is a
don't
little
know.
important to me.
You know what? I really like to squeeze as much as I can from that
I
time
leave
in
my
port.
passport as an act of faith in my room. And when I was traveling,
For you, it's getting past security that gives you anxiety.
No, that's actually entertainment.
He drives me crazy going past security. Crazy. All right.
I am evaluating them. They are on display.
Nancy Fields says, hello, sweet Nancy Fields. Anxiety at any trip is my middle name. So I think that you got to weigh out the anxiety versus like excitement. And you kind of have to, there's nothing wrong with being excited, but when that excitement morphs like into anxiety, then it can be hard for you to deal with.
Adam's in Michigan.
We had a question if we're going on the Jubilee. I hope someday that we can, but we don't have it booked yet. Maybe. They did start opening
Looking forward
up.
to St. Thomas. Never been there.
Yeah, they did start opening up cruise sailings in 2025, you guys. So I get anxious from meeting new people, said Tony G 1975. The group meetup will be taxing, but hopefully not. Hello, Hannah. Hi, sweetie. What do you think of the topic for tonight? You look so nice. Thanks for coming on the chat. I like your earrings. Those are, what are they? Oh, they're the moon. They're the moon. I like them. I like them very much. So anyway, you guys, this is our daughter, Hannah. And do you ever have like pre-travel anxieties?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like can't sleep?
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Sometimes travel makes it, because you try, like if air travel makes it make you sleep.
The air travel. Look
If
at
you're going
everybody
out.
saying hi to you.
Hi guys.
Awesome. You seem like you're kind of like nice and mellow, nice and relaxed. Heidi Leskin in the house. Hello, Heidi. St. Thomas is one of our, we were talking about the cruise ports that we're going on. Hannah's coming on this one. Have you felt any anxiety yet on this one? Do you know how many days we have till we cruise?
I know when we cruise though.
Yeah. So we take off on the 22nd, and
Like I know what day it is.
Yeah.
And I know what day we cruise. so
It's
I have a rough
officially like
idea.
19 days away. So we're less than 20 days. So that's got me, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting, Hannah does great with packing though. You don't get anxious over packing, do you?
I get
come?
You know what makes me anxious is when things don't go the way I planned. them.
Yeah,
I
that's
get really
hard.
bad anxiety when things don't go the way that like I envision them or I have them planned to go.
Yeah.
That gives me bad anxiety.
Yeah, for sure. Cruising koozies. Are y'all doing the all-inclusive group trip on the Non? We are playing it by ear with Lindsay not being able to get in the water. Cruising koozies. That is, those are Mike and Lindsay, I think. Mike from Nebraska. Change their name to Cruising Koozies. I think we are not doing the all-inclusive because Anthony hasn't gotten to experience that cruise port, just Amber Cove cruise port. So and I've been there a couple of times, but it's his turn to enjoy the cruise terminal. For sure. The zip line is really, really fun. I'm going to look forward to that. So saying hi to everybody. Pre-packing anxiety is a thing, says somebody in the chat said that. You got us to the bottom.
I did. We weren't
Nice.
that far.
Nice. Dad got us to the bottom. Way to go, honey. You sunk the ship.
In the good way.
Big G and Snuggle says, what's the biggest anxiety? Getting seasick for the first time cruises? Or you regularly hear this.
I regularly hear that.
I'm not
I
at
do
all.
hear that as a fear.
A fear of cruising. A lot of people do have that. Yeah,
I hear that.
EM wants to know, are you on this cruise?
I am on this cruise.
Yes, she's paying her way. And it's actually all paid off. I just put that out there because some people think that I don't know. So what if people think what people think? I guess I get anxious about what people think. I gotta admit it. I do. I want people to think good of us. What does it matter? Like if they're judging us, then meh. But yeah, we're so excited to have Hannah along on this one. Woot woot. Have a great time, Hannah. That's awesome. Yay. So yeah, we are not really the ones to get anxious about seasickness. I bring medical stuff that can help with that. And sometimes it's just a matter of remembering when to take it and all of that. I think that anxiety, dealing with an anxious moment, you just kind of have to remember your deep breathing kind of exercises, recentering yourself. Sometimes there's things about like distracting your mind from the anxiety you're thinking about. So you can actually use like different tricks for things to focus on that are not the thing that you're
grounding techniques.
Yeah. So what does a grounding technique kind of like? Is that just kind of
a grounding technique is where you're trying to like base yourself back in the moment and reality.
Okay.
Instead of getting caught up in the worries.
In the what ifs. That's a really good.
You can do different grounding techniques like conscious breathing is one. So like monitoring your ins and outs, maybe doing a breathing pattern that you think will help you relax. You can also do like different sensory inputs. Okay. So they like say single out like 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can smell, 2 things you can touch, and 1 thing you can taste. Like around your current environment. Okay. All right. Try and like get you back. Get you not focused on the what ifs. I love that. Okay, those are really good suggestions. The grounding techniques.
I like the 5 4 3 2 1 as well. That's really cool. Lindy Lou says I don't do change well. She was saying how she really, like, a lot of people have anxiety, and Lindy Lou has issues with anxiety. I think I was raised where you kind of didn't recognize that you have anxiety, so you just kind of push it off and deny it. And I think that nowadays we kind of recognize it a little bit. It's not as wacky or
Looked down upon.
yeah, looked down upon. I think that it was looked down upon to say that you had anxiety back when I was the way that I was raised. And so you just wouldn't admit it if you did have anxiety. So, but then it's not like you have to say that you're having anxiety if you don't. So anyway, I'm goofy like that. Brandeline, we took a taxi to the gondola and had some great views in St. Thomas. That sounds so fun. Oh man, I've seen those videos and there are some amazing views at the mountaintop. We're going to try to take a taxi to the mountaintop and then go to Sapphire Beach and do some snorkeling and hang out at the beach. That's our day at St. Thomas. So basically, our plans are pretty fluid. So we're doing taxis at St. Thomas. So we're just going to catch them when we get there and try to get the best deal that we can. So that's all set. St. Amber Cove, we're just hanging at the port and probably hanging in the pool. And they have kind of a louder area, but now we know we can kind of escape that. If you're in the party vibe, that's really nice. If you're not, if it's too much, if sometimes it can be too boom, 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 you can go and walk through the cruise port and it's beautiful. So we're going to have that. And then in San Juan, we're doing our own food and drink tour and just walking around. So it's pretty spontaneous, not overly planned cruise ports that we're doing. So that's what we've come up with, Sarah and I. The boys are coming along because they don't mind. They usually are good with going along with what we're doing. So Julie said her anxiety is more that the flight could be delayed or canceled, and that always can be such a deal. Absolutely. Go to Megan's Bay, says Kevin Brubaker. Sarah has been there, and we have not, but we're probably go to Megan's Bay another time, but not this time because Sapphire Beach has been the snorkeling kind of recommended beach. Hopefully it will be good. You know what? It will be good because we're going there. And we'll make the best of it. Absolutely. Let's see. Do you like zip lining? Said Heidi. There's a great zip lining place. Oh, I think that she's talking with Autumn's in Michigan. Hello, Autumn's in Michigan. I think we got caught up for now. So anybody else have any other tips for what helps them with anxiety in general, or with like even just the pre-cruise anxiety? I know that the list making is something that will help me just to kind of feel more in control. It helps me with not having to feel like I'm going to go out of control. I think that's why I have issues with packing, is that control, that feeling of lack of control. And I just want to have that
control in your packing.
I want to feel like I have control when I pack. Just like I want to know where everything is. I want to know that I have everything I want. It's a lot. Anyway, what about you? You don't? Not for packing?
Not for packing.
Not at all, huh?
I don't really worry about packing until I notice I've missed something.
Okay, yeah. Mm.
And even then, most of the time, if it's just something like I've forgotten and not something that I've lost, I tend to be all right with it.
But we do bounce each other. We kind of bounce last minute type of, okay, go through the major closed groups so that I don't have any
Things that we've forgotten.
Yeah. Yep. So for sure. Heidi said, I finally got my mindset that if it's out of my control, I can't worry about it. that is something good. It's hard for me, a control freak, to be able to deal with,
another
but
Good thing
I
to do
have-
is to recognize like when you
If-
have control over something
Yeah,
and
if you
when you don't
if you have
any
power
control
over it.
over it.
Yes, yes.
Like a delayed flight.
Knowing
You
when to
have
give it
no
up.
control
Yeah.
over a delayed flight.
True.
So like part of that I think is just
Mhm.
the morning of like your plans changing
Mhm.
and like the stress
Yeah.
of dealing with it all.
Mourning like you're sad, like
Mhm.
mourning as in, like I thought you meant mourning like daybreak.
No, like
like you're sad because
Like,
you lost your plans. Like, and yeah, I went through a morning when we were going down to
Like-
New Orleans and I didn't get to
Grief.
hang with grief. Totally grieved that we didn't get to hang with our friends in New
Mhm.
Orleans because we were 6 hours in a layover that we
mean,
didn't expect. But
it's okay to do that and get through it, but like at the end of the day, it's important to get through it.
be able to let it go or
And
be able to cope
move
with it
on
for
and
sure.
keep going.
Let's see. How about anxiety packing your van into packing everything in disembarkment and worried that you're forgetting something on board because you have a big family that you're trying to pack too. They have 3 kids they're trying to pack up and making sure that nothing's left on
Kids,
board.
Yes,
And we have left things on board too, so that
I've left
absolutely.
things all sorts of places.
Oh my
During my
goodness.
many travels.
I only judge you, nautical nurse Nancy, based on your NFL affiliation with the Packers. Go Rams, go Rams. Oh, Daniel, so sorry. Oh, Carl. Carl's so sweet. The plaques are some of the best people I know. Oh my gosh. Poor Carl. Carl. Anthony said you don't know enough
Dad.
people. Oh, poor Carl. I drug him along on a very super secretive bar crawl on the Floggers Extravaganza. We did have such fun though. Oh my gosh. He's such a quiet, wonderful, fun guy. Not a mushroom. I will judge you as breaths of fresh air. Only good peeps. Oh my gosh. And we do have a lot of fun, Eric. Oh my gosh. Awesome to meet, hang out with. Cannot wait. Third cruise with this. Oh, you get to meet. I don't think you have met Party on the Seas.
I've met a lot of people.
Eric Wilson.
I've
He's
met a lot of people.
awesome.
I've met a couple of people.
And this is part of the
and I
reason
don't
why you like
always
the group.
remember the people's names that I have met, but I try
That's
my
okay.
best.
That's all right. Okay, I'm back. Had to catch up with Jimmy. Larry, as AKA Randy. Oh my gosh. All right, so we have, let's see, if you study science, you do. Oh, EM wants to
I
know
don't
if
always, like,
Hannah.
study.
I
don't go to college for science.
She does study though. She absorbs information. Let's just go with that.
I do independent research a lot.
Yes. And so she's very knowledgeable, especially of like wildlife and sciencey kind of stuff. You're very knowledgeable. You just are.
If you say so.
Hannah explained Lamont's techniques. They work for me now at 58 during more now at 58 than during childbirth. Oh, funny. I never learned that in Lamont's. I learned breathing, but not like I know
The
that
sensory.
muscle. I think that muscle relaxation too.
Conscious muscle
And
relaxation
trying to
is
go
another
through
one.
like your muscle groups and like specifically tightening and then relaxing,
Well,
or
you
just
can-
working on just
You
relaxing
can just
muscle
relax. If you're
groups.
able to just
Right.
relax muscles that you know are tense, then it's fine. If you don't feel like you can't relax the muscle, it can help to tense it beforehand and then relax.
Man, and you know what I'm stressing about right now? We are running out of time in this live
A
stream.
minute left.
Oh my
Probably
gosh.
less.
Holy basil for anxiety, but I'm not a doctor, says Wendy. Holy basil. Have you ever heard of that? Is that an herb?
I think it's like an oil or something.
Oh,
like
you can walk to the mountaintop tram. It's like 30 minutes. Yes, I've heard of that tram. Sarah and Bob are not height people, so we're not going to do that. So, Jamie says, Jamie from Sharon at Sea Travel
I was
says,
gonna say I relate
he
to that until I read who said it, and then you don't even say it honestly.
he
but
said I get
feel that way.
anxiety and feel nervous around people. He might though.
Do
He
you?
might. He may.
All right,
You
I'm
know
sorry.
what?
I apologize if I spoke
Sometimes
too-
Jamie from
too
Sharon at
rashly.
Sea. Sometimes I think that people who are in front of a camera may sometimes they get
You don't
judged as
give me the
being.
impression as being nervous. I suppose I should
He
say.
definitely seems like he likes to socialize, but maybe
But
it's all an
I-
act.
I guess no assumptions.
Oh, that's right. I mean,
feel that way for
oh
sure.
man, yeah. You know what? The chat also says, yeah, right. Sure, you do. Prayers, sorrows, prayers. That's Wanda. Oh my gosh. So yes. So I feel anxiety when my drink number is getting the number 14, says Larry. Oh, Beauty and the Bum Travels. You guys are hilarious. Well, we do have big news. Our daughter, not Hannah, but our her sister, her older sister, Naomi, just recently got engaged. So next week we might talk about that engagement story. It's quite a good story, but not this week. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us and for talking about this. And we were able to hopefully, chat it out and talk about each other's anxieties and maybe give some pointers for how we can get through all of this together. So, yes, and this is a real thing. Trying to get the luggage under 50 pounds at the airport. That happens. What happens is getting to the airport with plenty of time, going to right to the scales and asking them what scales you can use to play around with so that you can actually.
Some airports
not
have a separate
people-
station where
Yeah.
it's just a little scale
station.
where
Yes.
you can weigh your
We
suitcases
seek
and
those
kinda
out.
shuffle around.
But
the
we
nice
have-
big airports
yeah.
have those.
We have learned if they don't have them at where you're at, not to stand in line and then have all the pressure of those people behind you waiting
to get
on you.
attended.
That can be very, very frustrating and stressful. We just seek out an agent and say, hey, we need to even out these suitcases. Can we go to some scales and figure out where to go to do that? Hello and good evening, So Tweety. I'm sorry, it's the
Good
end
evening,
of the
good night.
chat. Good day, good morning, good day, good evening, and good night, or something. I don't know.
Something like that.
Something like that. The Truman Show. All right. Well, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us and for talking about this interesting topic. And until next time, safe travels.
God bless.
Take care, you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.